Have you ever watched a tennis match that felt like it was about much more than winning or losing? A match where the atmosphere inside the stadium hinted that history was about to unfold before anyone even realized it. That's exactly what happened when Alex Eala walked onto center court at Wimbledon to face one of the biggest names in women's tennis. Before a single ball was struck, something unusual could already be felt. The stands filled much earlier than expected. Television cameras repeatedly focused on the crowd, where Philippine flags waved proudly from every corner of the stadium. Fans weren't just attending another Wimbledon match, they believed they were witnessing the beginning of something special. On paper, it looked like a routine challenge for the defending champion. Most experts expected experience to prevail, while Alex Eala was viewed as a talented young player still searching for her biggest breakthrough. But tennis has a habit of ignoring predictions. Sometimes history arrives quietly, without warning, and changes everything in just a few unforgettable hours. As Alex stepped onto the famous grass of center court, she looked remarkably calm. Later, she admitted that the experience felt completely different from the previous year. Back then, simply walking onto Wimbledon's most iconic court had filled her with emotion. This time, however, she had found the perfect balance. She respected the moment, but she refused to let the moment overwhelm her. Instead of treating it like the biggest match of her life, she approached it the same way she approached every other challenge, one point at a time. That mindset didn't appear overnight. Behind every headline celebrating Alex's success were years of relentless dedication. Long before fans around the world learned her name, she was simply a young girl in the Philippines chasing an almost impossible dream. She spent countless hours training, sacrificing, and believing that one day she could compete against the very best players in the world. As her talent became impossible to ignore, she took the next major step in her career by joining the Rafa Nadal Academy in Spain. It was there that everything changed. The academy wasn't just a place to improve technique, it was an environment built around discipline, resilience, and constant improvement. Every training session demanded excellence. Every practice match became another opportunity to grow stronger. There were no shortcuts, only hard work. Those years quietly shaped the player who would eventually walk onto center court with complete confidence. Her rise through professional tennis wasn't built on one spectacular tournament. It came through countless small improvements: better movement, smarter shot selection, stronger mental focus, and the ability to stay composed under pressure. Then came the breakthrough that forced the entire tennis world to pay attention. Earlier in the season, Alex stunned one of the sport's biggest stars with a memorable victory in Miami. That win wasn't simply an upset, it changed how opponents viewed her. More importantly, it changed how Alex viewed herself. For the first time, she knew she belonged on the same court as the world's elite. And Wimbledon was about to prove that belief was completely justified. By the time Wimbledon arrived, Alex Eala was no longer just an exciting young prospect. She had become one of the most talked-about players on the WTA Tour. Every strong performance added to the growing belief that she was ready to challenge the very best. Still, defeating a Grand Slam champion on center court was a completely different challenge. Hit a weaker second serve, Alex punished it instantly, taking valuable time away and forcing mistakes. She wasn't relying on raw power alone. She mixed up angles brilliantly, redirected the ball at the last second, and constantly changed the pace of rallies. Her opponents never seemed completely sure where the next shot was going. That unpredictability became one of her biggest weapons. The longer the match continued, the more pressure shifted onto the defending champion. Instead of dictating points, she was constantly reacting to Alex's aggressive style. Unforced errors started creeping into her game while Alex remained calm and focused. Every winner brought louder cheers from the crowd. Every successful return increased the belief that something extraordinary was happening. What made the performance even more impressive was Alex's composure. Many young players become overwhelmed when they find themselves close to a career-defining victory. Alex did the exact opposite. Her body language never changed. She stayed patient between points, trusted her strategy, and continued making smart decisions under enormous pressure. That confidence wasn't based on hope. It came from experience. Earlier in the year, Alex had already defeated this same opponent in Miami. That breakthrough victory proved she possessed the game to beat the world's best. Now she had to prove she could do it again, on the biggest stage in tennis. As the match entered its most important moments, every point became a mental battle. Both players searched for small tactical advantages. One looked to defend her title. The other looked to make history. The atmosphere inside center court became unforgettable. Thousands of fans sat in complete silence before every serve, only to explode with excitement after every spectacular rally. Philippine flags waved proudly throughout the stadium as supporters realized they might be witnessing the greatest moment in their country's tennis history. By now, this wasn't just another Wimbledon match. It had become the story everyone was talking about. And when the final games arrived, Alex Eala looked like the player with nothing to fear and everything to gain. The biggest moment of her career was only a few points away. Then came the moment that changed everything. As the final points approached, the pressure inside center court reached another level. Every rally felt longer, every winner brought louder cheers. Every mistake carried enormous consequences. But while the defending champion appeared to be searching for answers, Alex Eala looked completely in control. She trusted the game plan she had prepared for months. She stayed aggressive. She stayed fearless. And most importantly, she believed. When the final point landed, Alex couldn't hold back her emotions. Her legs gave way as she dropped to the grass, overwhelmed by everything she had just accomplished. Years of sacrifice, hard work, and determination came rushing back in one unforgettable moment. During her post-match interview, Alex admitted that it wasn't just excitement she was feeling, it was an overwhelming wave of emotions. She spoke about how special it was to compete on center court, a place where so many tennis legends had created history. Standing on that famous baseline, she couldn't help but remember watching Wimbledon as a child and dreaming that one day she might play on the same court. Now she wasn't just playing there. She had won there. That victory meant far more than advancing to the next round. It proved that her breakthrough in Miami wasn't a one-time surprise. It confirmed that she had become a genuine threat to the biggest names in women's tennis. Around the world, tennis fans celebrated her incredible performance. Across the Philippines, millions stayed awake through the night to watch history unfold. Social media exploded with messages of support as people celebrated one of the greatest moments in Philippine tennis. What made Alex's story even more inspiring was the way she handled success. Despite the growing attention, she remained humble, respectful, and focused on improving. She never claimed to have reached her final goal. Instead, she spoke about continuing to learn, work harder, and become a better player. That attitude is exactly why so many people believe her journey is only beginning. She has already defeated Grand Slam champions. She has already inspired an entire nation. And she has already proven she belongs among the world's best players. But perhaps the biggest achievement isn't measured by rankings or trophies. It's the hope she has given to young athletes across the Philippines. Alex Eala has shown that no dream is too big, no challenge is impossible, and no country is too small to produce a world-class champion. Her Wimbledon journey wasn't simply another great tournament run. It marked the arrival of a new star in women's tennis. And if her incredible progress continues, this may only be the first chapter of an even greater story. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like subscribe and turn on the notification bell for more inspiring tennis stories, match analysis, and the latest updates from the world of tennis. The next chapter of Alex Eala's journey could be even more historic, and you won't want to miss it.